Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Cancer as a Lifestyle. You know, for majority of my children's youth, I was a single mom for a long time. And I basically lived like paycheck to paycheck. And it was really hard being a single mom. And let me tell you, my heart goes out to all the single moms out there. But I've learned, I think, for the last couple of years, kind of how to have respect for money, how to handle money better. And it all kind of started when one day at my church they were advertising a financial class with Dave Ramsey. Now, at that time, I mean, this was, I think, back in like 2013, and at that time, the class was like a night and week course, and it was for like about $100. Now, if you were like me, who you live paycheck by paycheck, $100 was like a lot of money, but I invested. I took it and I decided that I'm not going to. um, I was tired of living like paycheck to paycheck. I wanted to see what was I doing wrong, and how I needed to correct myself. And it's been now what it's been what 6 years since then, and I have made a lot of changes in my life. And you know what? It has worked out really well. And those days are kind of gone by. I have a lot of respect for money. I have learned what my weaknesses are. I have learned what I was doing wrong. And I would suggest if your church is offering that, or if you see advertisement for like Dave Ramsey and all, or another financial class that you can take and learn um, how to better take care of the money that you have, I would really suggest you do so. But this year we have kind of had we set a really big goal for the year in wanting to become debt free. Now this is something that we've been talking about for quite a while, especially for myself because of the fact that I have learned since my last reoccurrence with cancer that having enough money set aside was really important, especially, and I did do a vlog on that. And it's just, money is a big issue when you are sick, when you have a chronic illness, and just the frustrations of having to deal with your long-term disability, your short-term disability. You're on the phone with these people when, in fact, you should be just basically resting and recovering. You are on the phone because you want to get, you want your money. You want to get paid for that time. This is why you have long-term and short-term disability that, benefit. But I have learned that the importance of having enough money on hand. So we have decided, my daughter and I both, that, and for her too, as she's starting out in life, it's good to have, no debt. And for her, that means student loans that have to be paid off. And that is probably one of the reasons why she's still living with me. And we have decided to be roommates and kind of tackle this money situation and pay off our debts so we can do whatever we want to do. We want that financial freedom. For me, it's really a huge thing because I am 54 years old. Retirement is just around the corner. And also because of my reoccurrences, I've had 4 bouts with cancer. I mean, that's a lot, people. And I have a cancer that keeps coming back. I have a reoccurring carcinoma, stage 3 ovarian cancer. Now, I've been in remission for 2.5 years. And that is probably my second longest time that I've been in remission. But the longer you're in remission, the more you're thinking about, oh, it's already been so long, it's going to come back again. But anyway, so we have made a huge goal that we're going to pay off whatever debts we have so we can kind of save up on our money. I've also been very worried about the fact that how long can I continue working with all the side effects that I have from all the chemotherapy and radiation. And so that's another reason why, I've decided to do this debt-free thing. So we did really well this year, and we made a list of all the things that we wanted to do to save money. What can we cut corners on? What can we give up? And kind of set little rules down for us. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing we did, and that was really hard for my daughter to do, and that's to cancel the cable. Now, our cable bill here You know, it's like any other, no matter where you go, what type of cable you have with what network, it doesn't even matter. They start you out with a nice little, you know, deal where it's like in, you know, it may be $69 a month or whatever. But then it, you know, every 6 months they keep raising it and raising it. So we were up to already in just the 2.5 years that we've been here, it started costing us $157 a month just for cable. And then we ended up getting, you know, our 6 months was up and now they were going to raise it to $175. So I just could not wait to just, I wanted to cancel this thing so badly. Now, like I said, for me, it was not a big deal. I do not watch a lot of cable. I don't watch a lot of TV. I gave that up a long time ago. I am more of a, I've found other alternative things that you can do, like Netflix. You can do online. You have YouTube. You have so many other options that you don't have to be a slave to your cable bill. But my daughter still liked to have that, you know, where I think she thought it in her mind that she was, you know, that she needed it. But we made that choice, we cut it. And you know what? And I gave her the option that, you know what, maybe we can look at Sling, we can look at Hulu, we can look at, you know, other options that cost a lot less a month. And you know what? I have not done that yet. This has been April 1st since we've had no cable. It's been 1 month already, and she has not even brought it up. She has not missed it. She has not had any. And you know what? Because if you really think about it, how much cable do you really watch? How many times do you even have time to watch? You know, I mean, one other thing that we've decided is that we're going to do all the overtime and all the extra hours that we can at work so we can pay off these debts, right? So that included where we were both working 6 days a week, you know, some of us 10 to 12-hour days, you know, I mean, she's done 12-hour days, 6 days a week. And you know what? How much time do you really have to watch that cable? You really don't. So, I mean, here we're, you know, it's already going, it's going to be June 1st. It's almost going to be 2 months. And you know what? She has not even missed it. So that just shows you. And until she actually starts complaining, I'm not going to even order that Sling or anything. We are just fine without having any cable. And in fact, I read an article that the top 3 largest bills that we all have, and that does not include your mortgage or your rent, because that is a necessary thing. We all need somewhere to live. The top 3 are your phone, your cable, and your car. That is the 3 most expensive bills that we all have. So that should tell you a lot about that. We can really cut corners if we wanted to. Save money. Do we really need, you know, like for instance, the car? You know, I have never had a brand new car right off the market, you know, right out of the dealership. I've never had one, and I don't think I ever want to. I think I would cry at the depreciation of a vehicle. The minute I had an accident or I put a dent in or a scratch or something, I would literally cry as to how much the value of that vehicle goes down over the years. So even though right now I do have a very nice HHR. It's about 8 years old. I'm very happy with it. It runs really well. I maintain it regularly every 3 months. I take it in, you know, and I have no complaints. It runs beautiful. So there you go. And with my phone, it's the same thing. I have a very cheap plan. I have a cheap phone. It needs to be upgraded. I'm not going to upgrade it until I'm done with these. Paying off my debt here, and then I am going to get a really nice phone. But anyway, so that's what we did. We gave up, and it means you have to give up a lot of things. So what are you willing to give up to kind of save that money or to pay that debt off? What are you really you know, willing to do? But you also have to kind of sit down and think to yourself, what am I really watching that TV? How much am I using that? How much do I need that fancy car, or how much do I need of that fancy phone? Do I really use it a lot? You know, or can I substitute it? Can I live with something cheaper until I am able to reach my goal, and then you can buy whatever the heck you want. And then, you know, another thing we've done is that we actually cook every day. We make our own meals. We cook from scratch. We buy bulk. I showed in one of my pantry videos. We buy a big pound, 25-pound bag of flour. We make our own pancake mix. We make our own rolls, our biscuits, anything. We bake our own stuff from scratch. It does take you're actually cooking. You're not opening and using a microwave. You're not going out to eat. It's just so much easier. Of course it is. Do we never go out to eat? No, we do splurge and go out once in a while. Yesterday, we had some Subway. We love our Subway. And, but that's not something we do every day. That is a treat for us. But we're going to cook. And actually, you save a lot of money. Like when I look at my coworkers and they're going out to eat every single day, I don't know how they are able to. I don't know. I just look at the cost and how much money that is. And I just, I think to myself, yeah, I would love to eat what they're eating. Of course, right? Who wouldn't want to have a nice burger that they didn't have to make themselves, or some ribs or anything. But, I'm also thinking about my goal. I want to be, and it's not that I want to be cheap or anything. I want to be at the level where I have freedom to do what I want when I want it. So if I want to go buy myself something nice, I'm not going to feel guilty about it. If I want to buy new furniture, I will buy it, and I will have no debt, and I will not have to put it on a credit card. That is my whole goal with this, that I can do what I want whenever I want it. So when I have my reoccurrence again, you know what? I don't care when this long-term disability sends me that check. I know it's coming, but I'm not going to really lose it if it doesn't arrive in a week or two. I will have that control, that power. I can't wait for that day, Anyway, another thing that I do, and I see this a lot, and I make my own coffee. I know that sounds crazy for a lot, but my daughter is a barista, and now she actually works at she also is a baker, and she makes a lot of the bagels and the croissants and things like that, but at a coffee place. And I don't want to say the name because I don't think I can, but and I see people, and that's wonderful because she has a job, because all of you are buying coffee every day. But for me to get a coffee like that is also a treat. Usually I get that when we are going long distance, when we are going to go traveling for 3 hours or so, we stop and we get some coffee. Again, it's not that we never go get a treat, or we never go get ice cream, or we never get, we do. It's just once in a while. So, but I make my own coffee every single day. I have my little Bubba. I showed you my Bubba cup, and I take it with me, and I'm content. It'll be nice to have somebody cook for you once in a while, but I'm content because I have a goal. Remember, it's all about the goal. And another rule that we had is that we were not going to buy anything new. We were not going to upgrade or replace anything new unless it got broken. And even then, even though it breaks, but do I really need it? Like, of course, if your phone breaks, you're going to have to replace it. You need your phone. If your TV breaks, you're going to get a TV because you basically need a TV. We do need some form of entertainment. And it's like that. It's your lamp breaks. You're going to get a lamp because you happen to need light. It's the same thing. Your coffee machine breaks. You're going to buy a coffee machine. But I'm not going to upgrade nothing until I pay off this debt. Now, this is actually really hard to do because I have a very close friend, and then another girlfriend. I have a close friend who is remodeling her house from top to bottom. All new floors, painting, all new furniture, whole new kitchen. And I'm just like looking, and I'm like, oh, I really want to upgrade my house too. And then I have a girlfriend who moved into a new place, and she's redecorating it all new because it is a new place. And that's what we do. We always buy something new when we move into a new place. So I'm like the only one, and I'm watching, and they're showing me their color swatches, and they're showing me their new curtains, and I am like, yeah, but I can't buy any of that. You know, just like recently I went into Goodwill, and we have a really nice Goodwill here, and I have a thing about the color red. I'm going to tell you a little thing. I have a color about, something about my color red. If you see my burgundy couch here, I saw an armchair with an ornament that was like red, and I was like, wow, it looks so cool. And I came in again the other day over there, and it was gone, and I can't even purchase it. Even if I was still there, I couldn't buy it because I'm not buying anything until I pay off this debt. You know, so that's another thing. And another a great tip that I learned when I was doing my financial class is that you make a list when you go to any store. That is really key, and this is so true. We make a list. Even if I'm going into Walmart and I'm getting yarn, even if I'm going to, you know, for a gallon of milk somewhere, make a list, because I will tell you, if you don't make a list and like stick with this list, you will be buying, oh, there's something on sale here, let me get, your eyes just divert, and you end up walking out with something else. Even after all these years, if I don't make a list when I go into a store, I will come out with, even if it's one more thing, I will come out with more than what I planned on buying. You know, here we go. And also another trick that I do when try to save money when I do go to my fruit and vegetable market when I buy, I don't walk in with I don't walk in with an idea of what I'm going to make for the week for food. I don't, you know, like you think, oh, on Monday I'm going to make lasagna, on Tuesday I'm going to do spaghetti. I don't do that. I walk into my vegetable and fruit market because we eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I will walk in and I will see, oh, asparagus is on sale this week. Well, you know what? I can make this and this with that, and that's what I buy. Oh, look, green beans are on sale. Okay, let me get that. And that's what I do. And then I take what's on sale and I think of recipes that I can make with that. That's what I've always done with my groceries. I've never, you know, except for those, you know, parties that you have and all, but otherwise I've always bought what was on sale. So I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but we were able, about 2 weeks ago, we were able to pay off one of our major bills. We were very happy. We were so delighted because it took so much. And that lasted about 24 hours. And you think to yourself, and my friends were like, oh my goodness, why are you not happy, you know, after the 24 hours, you know, kind of 24 hours later, they're like, why aren't you happy anymore? Well, because it kind of dawned on me that, yeah, it was great. We did it. We paid off one big bill. But it took so much out of us to do that. Like, you know, working 10-hour days, 6 days a week, that's no picnic, man. And even though it may be a little slow around my work right now, where they're not offering the 10-hour days, but the idea of, okay, it's going to happen again, and I'm going to be working 6 days a week, 10-hour days, that's tiring. That's exhausting to me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, now I got to do it all over again. So yeah, I'm not done and I'm not out of the woods. And then on the other hand, I am a little disheartened because, you know, like reality sets in. You can set all the plans all you want, but you know what? The heat in my car went out and I have to save up money to pay for that and fix that before winter comes. And, you know, life happens and things happen. You know, I could have a reoccurrence at my next appointment in August, and they could tell me it's back, and all my plans for this year are off the charts, and that's it. And then I can't do anything else. So, you know, it's a little disheartening when I have to think of all the work that I had to do to get there. But we did pay it off, and that's a major, major thing. But now we got 2 more that we got to pay off, and you know, one same amount, and another one is a little half of that amount. But so I'm a little worried that I may not be able to get it. so to get there this year. I'm a little worried that it might not happen. But that's why as of June 1st, we are going to go total 100% aggressive once again. And that means even with my yarn and things like that, it's going to be only on clearance or sale items that I'll be purchasing. That's what I meant in my last video. So we're going to go back. There is something coming up this week that we're going to splurge on and take advantage of. We're going to take a little break. We're going to enjoy ourselves. And then June 1st, we're back to square one, going back in full force. So thank you so much for watching. You know, I hope you also, you know, join us, or even, you know, kind of look through your finances and kind of think to yourself, maybe I can give up something. Do we really need all of what, you know, materialistically what we're doing? And yeah, and I can tell you the very first lesson that we did during my financial class, and I encourage you to take one if it's available to you. A lot of churches offer them. But first thing they had us do is they had us add up our expenses. And that's just our four walls expenses, not any huge loans, not your mortgage, just what you pay just for your four walls every month. And let me tell you, none of us, and then you add up what you're bringing in. And let me tell you, none of us met even, all of us were, our expenditures were bigger than what we were bringing in. So that should just tell you that, you know, all of us are basically living beyond our means. We really are. And that gives you makes you really stop and think about it. So that's what, just giving you a little update on my goals this year. We did achieve one of them, but we still got 2 more to go. And some of the things that we're doing to make that happen. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking and commenting. I'm really enjoying the emails and talking, and, you know, via email through with some of you. I really am enjoying that. So anyway, thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.